Hey, welcome to Callback Bites. I'm here with my guest, Greg, and I have a question for you, Greg.
Okay.
What is your favorite animated character and why?
Oh man, what was my favorite anime character? Okay, so I went ahead with Hiei from Yu Yu Hakusho. Now there's a lot I like about Hiei. He just first of all he's cool, right? But you can't just be cool, right? First of all, I love his arc through the story. It's very much like Vegeta's arc in a way. He starts as a villain, cold-hearted, and by the end of the show, he's reformed a lot. He cares for others. Him and Yusuke are friends, and I think he considers Kuwabara a friend at that point. I love his arc. Also, sure, his powers. Dragon of the Darkness Flame. I think it's one of the most iconic attack lines in anime. Maybe not as much as the Kamehameha or something like that, but I think it's up there. Um, I'd say those. Let me see. And I guess his attitude, he still retains the core of like his coolness, I guess, through the show. He does have an arc, but by the end of it, he's not like he's a completely different person per se. He's just like he's grown. He's still he's just grown. And that's really, I guess I'd say the main points of why I love that character. I mean, he's just and really his fights too. It doesn't seem like he gets lucky. He doesn't seem like he has plot armor like Yusuke does. When he goes in his fights, he's actually got to figure it out. He's actually got to use his skills, use his experience to really get through his battles. Um, I'm trying to remember. It was really during the Dark Tournament saga that I think he really showed what he was made of. And again, it didn't feel like it was plot armor or anything. He was just always able to figure out a way. Um, and I'd
Nice.
say that the main points of why I love Hiei. I mean, I guess I could go on and on, but I think
Mhm.
that's the meat and potatoes of why I love him.
So, do you have a favorite particular fight Hiei is in the series?
Well, let me see if because I do because well, let me see here because I do I forget the opponent's name though. It's during the Dark Tournament saga. It's during the fight when Yusuke, I think he's trying to get Genkai's orb. He's stuck in the cave and trying to get that. So it's just him, Karama, I think it's Kuwabara, and then Genkai ends up coming later. If you give me a second, I can find what that dude's name was.
No worries,
Uh,
I can give you a second. I might even clip this off if just for the speed of time. But
uh,
no, no, no. Yeah, there's a lot of
let's
fights
see
in it.
here.
Is it?
Yes.
It's not with the team with the big Jack guy, right? Who I think is
Uh,
that's the last team, I think, right? Because he's like one of the
yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. So there's the one with Bowie, right? Which I love that one, because it's just epic. The Dragon of the Darkness Flame coming out again, finally when it hadn't come out since early in the tournament. But I'm actually talking about the one with Momotaro. That's what it was. He had the orbs that gave him different armor, right? He started off with the monkey armor, then I think he went to Phoenix, and then I think he had Wolf after that.
Mhm.
Um, I guess I love that battle so much just because that was really, I think, the first time we really saw Hiei struggle in
Mhm.
in a fight. Like he was still talking shit as he always does. But he was really struggling to find a way to beat this guy, especially not being able to use the Dragon of the Darkness Flame. That was just something he couldn't resort to at the time. Well, he kind of did at the end, but not in the same way. But yeah, he was really getting tossed around that whole fight. But of course, in cool fashion, he ends up finishing it up somehow with a cool pose at the end and everything. So that one to me sticks out. I don't think it probably sticks out to most people, but I've seen the show a lot, and that's probably I'd have to name that my favorite fight of his.
Nice, nice. No, that's a great answer. And this has been another Callback Bites.